Huge pipes.
I always have a backup plan.
I have my orders to put an end to the unrest and purge this sector. You can take your orders and shove them. This is my deck and my sector. There are only 3 people who can waltz in here without my express permission. The first officer, the rogue trader, and the emperor himself. So not all my lessons fall on deaf ears. Lordship. What's the situation? Your Lordship, the people have locked down the bay where the strikers are, including their leaders. We have the situation under control as far as resources allow. I want to speak to the strikers? Open fire? Speak to him. But he restrains. He says nothing. Right you are, Lord Captain. Allow me to wish you luck. Alright, so we're either going to win them over or murder them all. They all stare apprehensively at me. Lord Captain, you have come down to us. What is trouble you? Why are you striking? Striking? That's news to us, your lordship. All we're doing is asking questions, saying what we think. Shut up, Rivet. Here's the deal, your lordship. Your damned... I can't read today. Your damned enforcers are all over us down here. They say they're looking for cultists. One wrong word and they're reaching for their batons. If they want to punish someone, turn off the heating to the whole bay for a week at a time, so we get sick and freeze. In my clan, 2 little ones died from inflammation of their lungs. All because of the enforcers. She does not interrupt the workers, but you see sadness in her eyes. It's all true. Bent is the only enforcer officer who stood up for us. It is clear as day that our mother from the lower decks, who grew up amidship, had no fellow feeling towards us. Hey, Rebecca! How you doing? Lordship, there are no villains here. We're honest workers, your servants. We plotted no disorder. We want to strike openly, and now we've got guns pointed at us. All we do is asking to be allowed to work in peace without being harassed. I was told that one of you found a possession of cultist amulet and there are heretics hiding. Good to hear. Good to hear. I was told that one of you were found in possession of a cultist amulet. I'm doing great. Great. Enjoying the game too. Liking it so far. This is pretty good so far. A cultist amulet? What's that? A gewgaw they found on the dead drunkard? If it was something evil or forbidden, sure didn't know. The enforcers just said that they were looking for heretics among us. And anyone obstructing their investigation would be punished. But how could there be heretics here? We know our own people and no new faces around. They just keep screaming. If they would shut up, we could have a better conversation. Definitely not. And if there were, be the first to report them. As for this amulet, or whatever it is, they took it off the dead body. There are no cultists still breathing in our sector, that's for sure. But when that fight broke out, some enterprising folks looted the bodies. The boots came back with nobody's ever tread these decks in boots, so fine, I could tell you that. Seems to me the cultists have better commanders than us. How long have you been streaming? Like for tonight or overall? Tonight wise, what, about 2.5 hours? Oh, yeah, those boots were really fine. There were no harm in taking them, right? As for the amulet, it must have been pocketed by someone who didn't know any better. I don't need any amulets around here. We all worship the Emperor, and when we're working, we bow down to the machine spirits of the large and small transformers of the servo motor. The same way my grandfather was taught 100 years ago by a tech priest who came calling. Believe us, your lordship, we are people of faith. Overall, I mean, I started a little bit about 4 years ago, and then I stopped for a while. And when I started back up, a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, I started streaming, and then I stopped on Twitch when Twitch changed their rules where I couldn't simulcast. And now they just changed it back, so now I'm doing YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Naive children, weren't you taught in early age about the dangers of arch-enemy creations? Weren't you warned about any unfamiliar objects? One of them. We were told, Holy Sister, but it was long ago. The last time we saw a confessor in our sector, just after I had had my third little one. That is regrettable, but you cannot lay the burden of leading a righteous life on the shoulders of the Holy Fathers. We'll blame you when the beast crawl out of those amulets you stole from the heretics. The Holy Father was not here, or the scavenger who brought evil down upon himself and his neighbors. What games do you play the most? RPGs. RPGs is what I play the most. I'll play about anything because I like a wide variety of games, but RPGs are my favorite. And then on my YouTube channel, I play a lot of survival games. We were attacked on the way here. How do you explain that? Here's the explanation for you. The people have been pushed to their limit, and now they're lashing out, as if we don't know why these top deck units are being sent down here. Like the one there, the lieutenant won't let past. Our clans are all inside the bay and been sealed off, but the lower decks are big, and I'm sure there are people who have just had about enough. Getting it from all sides, the soldiers have encircled the ones who have risen up, and the death squad has just arrived. It's no wonder people are lashing out. I mean, but what do I do? Like for my channels, or... Oh, what changes do you want? Do you look at this? The Exalted Lord Captain himself is asking Biltrats what we want. Well, here is what. We want you to rein in your damned forces, quit turning off the heat, and stop battering everything that moves. Oh, for a living? Well, I was in insurance. But I was just recently laid off. So currently looking for another job. But yeah, normally I just work my regular 40 hours a week, and then spare time I stream 3 days a week, sometimes 4, and then make videos too for my YouTube channel. No, that's not it. We want enforcers gone from here. We want to be armed. Give us arms, and we'll govern ourselves. We'll defend ourselves if the cultists do show their faces. Been a leader in my clan for 20 years now. Getting rid of these club-wielding thugs can only improve things around here. Oh, you've gone too far, old man. They'll never let the maggots on the lower decks without the enforcers breathing down their necks. They'll probably even insist on the enforcers on the upper decks, too. As for weapons, what do we need them for? Before the first day's out, we'll have someone shooting their neighbor out of stupidity and drunkenness. We don't need that. If the enforcers stop assailing us, or hassling us, that'll be enough. In return, we will find the scavengers who robbed the cultist bodies, and we'll talk to them, one a lower decker or another. If there are any more of those damn amulets about, we'll hand them over to the enforcers ourselves. Speak for yourself and your clan, and I'll speak for me and mine. I don't want empty gestures. I want real change. They'll promise us the world now, but as soon as they're anointed turns his back, these brutes will be on us even harder than before, all because we dared to speak out. Oh, I'm not giving him weapons. Spreading anarchy on the ship is the first step toward embracing chaos. Putting weapons into untrained hands would even be worse. What is more, the enforcers are needed to maintain oversight and order. Withdraw those demands. Consider the rest. Yeah. Old man, listen. Listen. The Lord Captain himself came down to us and offering concessions. And I don't know a single person in the whole depot was ever stood next to the rogue trader, let alone talk to them. Back down now. Now's no time to be a stubborn old crone. Listen to us, old man. The 3 clans of Depot 4 ought to act as one. We made up our minds, and it's your turn to decide. Don't ask them to disband the enforcers or give us weapons. We don't need any. You two are ganging up on me, is that it? So brave you are against an old woman. But I'll shut up. I will, indeed. I won't go against 2 clan leaders on my own. If you want to make peace with the enforcers, make your peace. That's just great. Just fantastic. Lord Captain, we're all agreed. Thoughts, Abelard? The story about going scavenging for boots and accidentally picking them heretical amulet doesn't convince me. These people were moments away from rebelling and possibly becoming minions of the arch enemy. We must not give them what they want. Even if they did acquire something innocently, purely out of their own stupidity, does not mean they're not tainted with corruption. Begins as petty thievery can turn to far graver problem. I've seen it before. In my second war, there was a sergeant of the Imperial Guard regiment that was stationed nearby. The sergeant took an ordinary pocket knife from the body of a heretic, and his whole unit lost their lives for it. It was finally managed to break into the barracks. They found not a single survivor, only the pocket knife, which had grown through all the rows of the beds like metal choking vines. So when they come to scavenging the malcontent strikers, or whatever they're turned next to, my verdict is simple. Give them no quarter. Yes. I will... Persecution will stop, and I expect you to assist on locating any remaining amulets or weapons. What are my plans for Christmas? I'm just hanging out with family. Basically it. On Christmas Day, I don't think I have any plans. I don't think I have any plans for that. Just hanging out with wife and kids. Otherwise, we're going to my parents or the wife's parents. That's what normally going around. Nothing special, just same. Just always hang out with family. That's all I care about on Christmas, really. It's just hanging out with the family. Your Lordship, thank you. You have not abandoned us on lower deckers. You came yourself and settled everything. I'll tell my grandchildren about this. Of course, Your Lordship. We'll rid out any nasty business faster than the enforcers, and we'll leave no stone unturned. Now, you know something negative is going to be coming from this, right? Something terrible is going to be coming.
Is there money to be made?
Anything else to look at down here? So. I have urgent matter to discuss, Lord Captain. Please give us a moment. Is he going to berate me for my decision? Why don't I have some streaming? Some? Are you pleased with your investigation, Lord Captain? What are you asking? Like, am I streaming during Christmas time? that what you're asking? I did. Kowtowed to the disloyal rabble, believed their lies, and showed them leniency. Next time the ship is attacked by cultists, and rabble will welcome them in with open arms and allow them to wreak havoc they like because they see you as a weak leader. Is that how you see your future, the helm of the Von Valencius Protectorate? Let's talk about your role in this instead. You allowed this revolt to happen. Your actions practically guaranteed it would. There is some truth to your criticism. I should say so, you simply needed to trust me. I would have handled the situation myself had you not decided to intervene. Remember, Lord Captain Theodora, do you think she would ever have slipped 1 foot in the lower decks? No, she did not. Such matters were left to myself and the junior officers while she dedicated herself to the grand designs of the Protectorate, as any true strategist and rogue trader ought. I knew this was going to backfire on me. Feel mad. Maybe if Theodora spent more time trifling matters, she wouldn't have wound up dead. There's a new Lord Captain above the ship, and I will not repeat her mistake. I commend your decisiveness, but I'm uncomfortable with introducing new protocols in the midst of a crisis. And I lost my temper, Lord Captain, and I believe I ought to explain myself. Prosperity of the Von Valencius Protectorate is not just an empty phrase to me. I left the Imperial Navy for the chance to see it flourish. It's the most momentous decision of my life. Did it because I saw Lord Captain Theodora's deed assign the true greatness. Rogue traders do not simply forge new routes to capture worlds. They create order out of anarchy. That creative impulse was entirely lacking during my time in the military. So I left behind everything I had known, everything my family had known. I come from a long line of officers. I embarked upon the incredible reckless venture. Lord Captain Theodora entrusted me with the concerns she had no time for. She would go off on her flagship for long periods, to distant frontiers, on scouting voyages, and even advancement of the entire Protectorate rested upon my shoulders. And then suddenly, everything had been built over the years and years began to quake, rattling a flimsy hangar, seismically active. One of the senior officers betrayed us all. Rogue Trader was killed. Who knows what is happening on the planets? I'll tell you honestly, without appearing weak, all this has come as a grievously blow to me. I am not panicking or grieving because I cannot allow myself to panic or grieve. I'm duty-bound to aid the new Rogue Trader, aid to you. If you're to find your footing as quickly as possible, and to do that, I must insulate you from the problems the past have been dealt with by the tried and tested procedures set out for the ship's regulations. Procedures that were established long ago have functioned smoothly for decades, cannot suddenly be deemed excess to requirements. I understand, but you need to respect me as your lord. Accept it and start living in a new world. It's important to me. You're the only person in the comprehensive knowledge on how things run on the ship. I value that Theodore has created. I won't make the same mistake. You want to keep building the future of the Von Valencius Protectorate with me? Stop living in the past. Accept it and start living in the new world. The world where Theodore is gone. We have new decisions. Let's do that one. Yes, Lord Captain. Resolve is admirable and demonstrates strong leadership. I shall remember this moment. Should hold my old habits ever being creeping back in. And now, please let us leave the lower decks. If the Rogue Trader desires to stretch his legs, there are more suitable places. All right.
I always keep my options open.
All right. Can we make it to this planet? I'm spending forever to get to this planet. Scan it. Opening the map of Cronus Expanse. Cronus Expanse is a vast region of space where you travel between different star systems. Each system, unique events can occur by steering your flagship toward them. Yeah. Yep, let's grab a soul. Do our levels up so we get on there. Okay, our levels up. Oh, I got two levels? Sworn enemy. Warrior marks the target, gaining 10 plus 2 times the toughness bonus to armor. Strength bonus damage on melee attacks against that target. If the target attacks a warrior during this round, the warrior gets 1 AP once per round. Warrior's next melee attack gains 5. Okay, plus your strength bonus. Armor penetration times strength bonus. Ignores 3. Every enemy who survives the attack enhanced by this ability will attack the warrior in return, and creatures with ranged weapons. So it's like a tauntish thing? Okay, well, what else we got? Oh. Okay, we can pick up telepathy, pyromancy, sanctic powers. Concentration of faith. Sanctic powers are used by pious psychers to protect allies and smite heretics. Feeble. Until the end of combat, all targets within the area suffer. I have no psi rating. Invigorate. Restores 2 times the psyker psi rating. Willpower bonus to wounds to the target. This ability brings the target full wounds. Its power also moves stunned, bleeding, fatigued. Okay. I can't get this yet, but be a psi rating 2. And invigorate or enfeeble. Okay. Man. Taunting. Taunting scream I like. Restores Psyker's wounds to the target. This ability brings the target to full.
Greetings to you. A pleasure to meet you.
Hey, Aladdin, thanks for the follow. Full wounds. This power also removes. Down 284. All right, yeah, my Discord is down below. So you scroll down a little bit, down a little bit. There's my Discord channel. If you want to speak with me, you can just send me a message, or you can just join the channel. This ability brings a target to full wounds. Till the end of combat, all targets within the area suffer. Try feeble. Restores wounds to the target. This ability brings the target to full wounds. Might do Invigorate, actually. Do Invigorate. Okay, Carouse. Resist negative effects. Okay, Athletics, Coercion. By Fellowship, I'm not going Fellowship, so Carouse, I'm thinking? Or Athletics? Carouse is at what, 65? Do the negative effects. Okay. Weapon skill or willpower? Do weapon skill. Good toughness, last one. I gotta get toughness. My toughness is 50, so it's my highest. 2 movement points. That might... I think I'm going to do that. Can I do psi rating? No. Why can't I do psi rating? I need to be level 10. Every time the Psyker deals damage, they gain a stack of Sanguine Siphon effect. That damage was dealt to a target adjacent to the Psyker. They gain 2 stacks instead. Psyker suffers lethal damage. Stacks of Sanguine Siphon are removed, reducing the damage by 1 for each stack. I like that too. But I'm going to do the movement because I have a hard... Being able to move further, I think, is... Enemies gain no melee superiority bonus against me. I'm going to do movement because I need to move further away. I didn't expect to get 2 levels here. Sworn enemy. Warrior marks a target. Is banished or bonus. We'll do that. Yeah, bonus damage. I do want to do Fellowship on this guy. When can I do extra to Fellowship? I don't know. We got weapon skill, toughness. Weapon skill. I believe there's something in here I can increase. Yeah, Fellowship. It's 5 Fellowship. Character may improve any trained characteristic. I do like that. And his Fellowship is low, but I don't see anything that increases it. I mean, his Medicaid skill would be great.